The brand new Surprise 2.2 update just dropped for Cyberpunk 2077, which is like a 23GB download, which they had a big stream for, and a lot of people are both happy and disappointed with this update with how hyped the stream and announcement for it was. But it does bring some pretty cool dang features, including 10 new vehicles, 112 new character creation assets, including corpo and other factions, types of styles, and new cyberware, paintable vehicles, plus some other features and secret changes, all of which are a big surprise considering they said 2.0 was supposed to be the last update, and then they also said 2.1 was the last update. But here we are once again with update 2.2. So yeah, for one, there are 10 new cars, 8 of them being from the base game and 2 of the vehicles requiring Phantom Liberty. These are not brand new vehicles, just new to you. Since you already were able to drive them in the game, they were just driven by NPCs and able to be stolen, but not purchased. So the Mizutani Shion MZ1 as well as the Shion Targa MZT are both new cars that you're able to purchase, which I mean the Targa MZT is probably the most wanted car that everyone's been wanting to be able to purchase since release. Then there's the Thornton Galena GA32T as well as the Thornton Colby CST40. I'm really excited to drive the GA32T. I thought this thing was a lot of fun to drive in general whenever I would steal it, but I just barely got the chance to since, again, it was only available when you stole it. Then there's the Archer Quartz ECL R275, the Quadra Type 66 640TS, which I thought you could already purchase this car, but I guess not. The Quadra Type 66 680TS, and then the Mahir Supron FS3T, which is a funny looking car. And then for Phantom Liberty specific vehicles, the 2 that you can only get if you own the DLC is the Vilfort Deleon V410S Coupe, which I sort of like this car, it's kind of cool. These can all be purchased at an auto fixer terminal or from the computer in your apartment. Besides some of the vehicle icons at the auto fixer shop and in your personal vehicle menu, you can barely see it, but you'll notice some icons. It used to be just weapon icons that you could see, but now it shows a little paintbrush icon next to it. That means you can change the color of the car to virtually any color that you can think of from this color palette using the new Crystal Coat technology. Again, it shows an icon, but will also only work for Herrera, Mizutani, Quadra, and the Vilfort vehicles, and I don't think you can use paint jobs on any of the cars that already have weapons. Most of those vehicles already have their own custom paint jobs anyway. You also have the ability to steal paint jobs from other vehicles by scanning them. You scan them just like you would hack someone on controller, that's LB or L1, or the tab key on PC. If you hover over a vehicle and then press Z or RB to tab over, you'll find the TWINTONE tab, where you can steal the paint jobs from a various amount of other vehicles that you can pay 150 credits for, or 250 credits for the unique paint jobs that are specific to that certain vehicle. Like if I steal a unique paint job from this vehicle, I can only use that on that specific vehicle, which is kind of cool because I haven't really stolen so many that I really know every vehicle that has the unique paint jobs, but it at least shows empty slots on each car's unique paint job section, so I'm hoping each of these vehicles have like at least one unique paint job we can find. It looks like we'll be able to hunt around for a lot of them. Sort of just add something extra to do. The TWINTONE paint jobs also come in handy for getting away from cops and losing your wanted level. You can either quickly scan another car or change your paint job while they're not actively in pursuit of you and just looking for you. They will definitely notice you if you spend too much time near them. Sometimes they still just immediately see me, even after getting away for a couple of minutes and changing my paint job. So you still want to steer away from them. Like I said, it doesn't take them long to realize it's you in there at all. And I feel like it almost just makes you lose your wanted level a bit faster. Like I've lost my wanted levels since this update at like record speed. While you're driving around, you'll also notice Johnny Silverhand now pops up in and out of your passenger seat to occasionally comment on things and just cruise around with you.
Where are you heading off to?
I thought this was going to be a pretty rare event, but he pops in there pretty frequently and won't leave unless there's another person in your passenger seat, you get out of your vehicle, or you get into combat. If you just pull out your weapon, he immediately just dips. There used to be 212 different character creation assets. Now they have added 112 more. So what is that, like 324 now? You have 324 different customization assets. More than a 50% increase, which is a lot considering they already had a ton. This goes from a ton of different variations of eyes, like those Arasaka type eyes some of them have. I don't know if that's specific to Arasaka in the game or the anime, but it seems like they're always the ones wearing it. Rebecca from Edgerunners eyes, plus the inverse version of those eyes and another selection of colors. I think it's like red and teal, new facial cyberware, and a randomizer where you can just keep clicking randomize and then lock in the feature that you want so that you can randomize the rest of the character, which is pretty cool. There's also a slider while you're doing that goes from plain to punk. So with plain, you get a lot simpler randomization where you sort of look more like a corpo style, and then if you max it out to 10 on punk, you get more of like what the random street gangs in the game kind of look like. Like I think this is beyond like Street Kid. So yeah, with the new cyberware, the new scar from when V took the headshot, and the insane amount of new eyeballs, it's pretty dang cool. Like some of the details in the eyeballs alone are sick. The number one thing I think we're still missing here is body cyberware. During the update reveal, they even talked about getting a tattoo of a Sandevistan on your spine, which is one of the new body tattoos. I think there's 2 different body tattoos that you can add now, and it's like, what the heck, dude? I don't want a tattoo, I want the real thing. I'm just some random guy that has no idea how to develop video games, but I feel like they already put in half the effort here with being able to tattoo it on your body. I don't know, I'm guessing we won't see this visual cyberware on your body until Cyberpunk Orion. Hopefully at least in there. I'm gonna be kind of disappointed if it's not in the sequel, because it's like one of the most asked for features out there. There's more update content in the game, a lot of it revolving around photo mode. A lot of people were kind of disappointed during the stream because they spent half of it talking about the couple of added features here, but we have 3 different light sources we can now bring into photo mode, which if you're a fan of taking photos, this is a big improvement. It's a lot easier to make your photos look good, as well as having the ability to pop NPCs into it now, where you can now have 3 of them out at a time. You can make them pose, make different facial expressions, and all of that. So it's the perfect opportunity to capture some of Pan Am's key features for the smart frames in your home. Since yeah, now in every apartment, some having different frames than others, you can find smart frames. All you have to do is approach the smart frame and choose a captured photo from your gallery that you took in photo mode. Just make sure you actually capture the photo with the option at the bottom, then you should see it as an option of the smart frame. I think the biggest disappointment from everyone is the much wanted features that they really seem uninterested in bringing us. Like the new update is cool, but at the end of the day, they didn't really need a big hour-long stream to present it. It could have just been a tweet, to be honest. The number one thing most people want is New Game Plus. That's what a lot of the live chat was asking for, and it's what a lot of their replies and tweets ask for. It's what I really want too. Someone asked in the replies of the tweet that announced this update, and they said no. Same for a PS5 Pro patch, which I personally don't really care about, but a PS5 Pro patch is a thing a lot of players seem to want, which is honestly surprising. I didn't realize so many people even had a PS5 Pro. Another thing is FSR 3.1. I'm rocking Nvidia, so I don't really care, but a lot of other people do. Especially since the last update brought FSR 3.0, when 3.1 is the better version that was already out at the time of that update. For me, the biggest thing is just New Game Plus, man. Back before Phantom Liberty and 2.0, it was already a much wanted feature, but once Phantom Liberty dropped, especially if you only had the 2.0 update and didn't purchase Phantom Liberty, it's like, what am I supposed to do with all of this new gear now? Replay the game again to earn it, or just find it without having any missions to do? Phantom Liberty brought us so much new content, but after beating it, it's like, dang, I wish I could beat the game again with all of this new gear. And it sounds like the main reason they're not interested is because they're scared of New Game Plus breaking the game and all of the bugs it'll bring, but I don't know, I don't develop video games again. They probably shouldn't take some random dude on the internet's advice, but I don't see why they can't just make New Game Plus, and when you go to start a New Game Plus save, just give a notice like, hey, there might be some bugs here since you're bringing a lot of new stuff into the game that wasn't meant to be here. And then just like make a backup save. But I think they got so much crap for how buggy the original game was that they're just not gonna do it. Let me know what you guys think about New Game Plus and this update down in the comments though. And if you didn't know, we also have a new Cyberpunk Anime coming. If I'm remembering right, there were consistently a few 100,000 people playing at a time on Steam alone, and I think a couple million players in general playing the game after the release of Edgerunners. Before that, there was a max of like 30,000 at a time on Steam, which is still pretty good considering all of the controversies, but after Edgerunners released, there were more people playing it than when the game originally dropped, which says a lot because this was a massively hyped up game. The reason that it brought so many people is because, for one, they also dropped a new Edgerunner update alongside it, with the new content in the update relating to the show. The anime itself was incredible, but the biggest thing that I think made people play the game again is that the show is almost like a trailer to the game. It's like the world's highest budgeted trailer that not only showed off this massive world and lore, but CD Projekt Red built on it so much with the show to to where if you didn't watch it, you were sort of missing out on some of the biggest world building details for the game. And the ending of the show just leaves you wanting more. They lead you around like a carrot on a stick and then just leave you empty to where you need to experience more of this. Well, a little while back, it was confirmed that there will be more Cyberpunk animations in the future, but it will not be Edgerunners. So some other type of animation or story in the Cyberpunk world that likely has nothing to do with David, Lucy, or Rebecca from Edgerunners, nothing from that season. This left some people disappointed, but I'm 100% cool with it. As much as I want to see more of that story, I think that's why it's so good. I think it's great to leave this anime on a high note, or I guess a low note. There's not really much else to do with it. It ended with you wanting more, and I wish more shows would do that. There are so many more possibilities in terms of stories that you can tell in this universe, from stuff related to the tabletop game to something like seeing Atom Smasher's origin story. I think that alone would make for a phenomenal series if we're not going to see it in the new Orion game. Like an Atom Smasher story would be sick. But that is pretty much it. I'm not going to drag this out any more than I already have. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you want to see more big updates for Cyberpunk 2077? And what sort of story do you think they'll come up with for the next Cyberpunk anime? Leave a like and subscribe for more Cyberpunk videos. See ya.